Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion video. My name is D Free. In this video, I wanted to go ahead and talk about which character from Universe 6 is the most important character as far as the story of Dragon Ball is concerned. Now, we know that there are a lot of characters, some of which are a little bit more important than others. I'm looking at you, Botamo. But otherwise, I am not alone. Of course, you guys heard him. We have RTR Productions here on the channel. Thank you for joining me, man, as always.
What's up, man? Always good to be on the channel, and these discussion videos are really fun. But look, I know you're gonna fight me on this, and that's probably gonna make the video a little bit better, but I have my own thoughts and opinions.
For sure, that's obviously why you're here, man. I know you like to disagree with me, but guys, if you do not already subscribe to Mark, make sure you do. He is a master at these types of things. He does a lot of different crazy discussions that you will probably not see coming. So again, if you want that type of entertainment, make sure you do check out the man. Link will be down below in the description. So to talk about it off the top, my opinion, right? My opinion is, I feel like, you know, initially, guys, just for a little bit of context, we were going to make this about most memorable character. And when it came to most memorable, I felt like, well, that's clearly and obviously hit, right? And there's no really, like, not really any debate there. Maybe Kefla? I don't know. But for other reasons, for plot. But for as far as, like, most important to the story of Dragon Ball, I think it's Kaba, because I feel like in the first tournament when we were introduced to them, it's interesting too, because it's like, oh wait, there's Saiyans elsewhere, which in and of itself, like as a theory, as a concept, literally expands the Dragon Ball universe to the point where, hey, you know, there are alternate realities pretty much where these guys didn't get wiped out and stuff like that. So that in and of itself was a huge plot point. And then from there, his relationship to Vegeta is very important in my opinion as well. And Vegeta's mentor-esque role that he has, reluctant mentor, I would say, because he doesn't really say it, but he's doing it. And then from there, going on, you know, Kaba's the guy that recruits the other Saiyans and helps round out the team for the next tournament. And of course, has some development in that tournament as well. And a little bit prior, teaching Kale and Caulifla in a way how to enhance to Super Saiyan level and things of that nature. So I feel like when it comes to story integration, Kaba is the one that is most prevalent from that universe. I guess maybe aside from their God of Destruction, but still Kaba, you know? But that's me.
Yeah, the overall story, it has to be Kaba because of, as you said, he got Kale and Caulifla, taught him how to go Super Saiyan, and even despite the fact that he got taken out by Frieza super quickly, he was the person who was sitting there going, these are our best hope, you know, hits out, these two are our best hope for winning this tournament, I need to protect them, really building them up as the next big thing for the tournament, and that worked really well. But look, okay, I like Kaba, I like everything they've done with him. In fact, setting up the whole Planet Sadala arc or storyline from Dragon Ball Super, that's going to be really interesting to explore in the future of the series. You know what, curveball though, the Namekians, I think, are really important for the future. I think you can really jump off of them way more than you could.
Wait, if you're going to say the Namekians, you need to say their names. This is a real test. I know their names, but do you know your names?
No, you said important. You didn't say memorable. Memorable is I know their names.
Okay, well, Salnel and Parina for people at home.
All right, so the thing that I think is really great about their characters is there's a lot of mysteries surrounding the Namekians from Universe 7. Because as we know, the Namekians from Universe 7 are not the original ones. They were decimated by a drought, right? And these are slug monsters that survive on water, so that would definitely be pretty detrimental to them. And they don't know a whole lot about their history anymore, and not even people like Kami or Piccolo or Dende or anybody else from Universe 7 knows a lot about the Namekian Book of Legends or anything about them. The ones from Universe 6 might, though, especially if there's some tangible connection between the two of them. And let's be clear, we all love Saiyans, that's the driving force of Dragon Ball, but these two guys, all the knowledge, all the history that the Namekians have could really start to implement in the future of Dragon Ball and make Piccolo important again, and maybe even help the Saiyans be even more important as the Namekian Book of Legends seemingly knows stuff about the Saiyans. That would be a great thing to explore in the future, and that's why I think those two are really kind of important.
So they're kind of like Oracle-esque characters, right? Where
they can be.
Yeah. So that makes sense, I guess. Just not really them in particular, but their affiliation, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I agree with that. You know, but see, in the context of what we've already established, they're kind of fodder. They don't really do a whole lot in the tournament.
Of course, no. And that's one of the biggest shames, I think, because the tournament, even though it wasn't really supposed to be like that, the tournament even was just like it's an only Saiyan show. It was basically thing is the Buu arc. And if you really take it like that, then you're right. Like, Kaba is by far the most important character to the future of the show, simply because of his relationship with Vegeta and what that can mean for Vegeta's character going forward, or Goku and Vegeta's interaction with Universe 6 going forward. It's the only thing right now, besides Champa just literally trying to get the Super Dragon Balls again for the third time without anyone interrupting him. That's the only thing that gets them to Universe 6. And I think that for the majority of Dragon Ball fans, that's the thing that we want to explore the most, the thing that they've been hinting at the most.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. But I still would think that, it's Kaba. I just feel like Kaba has just so many different opportunities in the show where he's integral to what Universe 6 is trying to do specifically. Like you were mentioning, like even in the tournament, he was important for preserving, Kale and Caulifla in the later parts before they got eliminated, right? He was the driving force for that, and he was really, really like in a position where it's like, okay, we know that he is not the strongest character here, maybe 4th, 5th, whatever from that universe, but he's still there in the forefront. And moving from that, I really do like the just storytelling of him and Vegeta. Like I said earlier, I love the fact that we now have new Saiyans in and of itself, and he is the main reason for that because simply he is the first new Saiyan that we saw. But I really did like the integration of him and Vegeta. Like, if you train yourself in the previous tournament, you can achieve a level like this and things like that. There are different elements that I kind of feel like when it comes to Universe 6, we don't get touched on, because when it comes to character like Hit, while like I said, he is obviously the most memorable simply because he is the most powerful. He's had probably the most hyped moments. He was fighting SSBKK, he fought Vegeta, things like that. Like he's done probably the most epic things from that universe among them, of course, simply because he's the strongest character and of course the most again memorable one. And I just kind of feel like his moments are kind of few and far between, though. Otherwise, he's just a broody guy, very, very silent, doesn't say a lot of things. So you don't see a lot from him, and you don't see him drive the story forward in a lot of different ways. I mean, one of the most impactful story things he even did, of course, was in the tournament when he was like, yo, I'm going to try to take Jiren out, but he ultimately failed. But then what even is the next most important thing for him? I don't know. Like, maybe coming to assassinate Goku and that little side story? Like, there's not really a lot there for him, and that's just the way I feel about the other half of that entire universe, pretty much. I mean, like, Botamo and Magetta, while they, specifically Magetta, because I love that guy. I freaking love Magetta, seriously. While they're cool concepts, they're irrelevant. They're always irrelevant, except for the tournament when Botamo was on them shoulders, bro. Like, legit, that pops me so much, man. But like, seriously, they're irrelevant. And then we get into the other Saiyans. They're cool, but they're too new. And then they're just the biggest example of just tropes in Dragon Ball ever, right? So it's like, I don't know. I don't really think there's anything else there.
I want to make just a brief argument for Hit. Just because I know not important to the future of the show. He could be if we bring back, like, literally have him digress as a character. But in terms of Dragon Ball Super characters introduced from Universe 6 that got legitimate character arcs, I've said this before and I'll say it again in various videos, Hit had the best arc for anyone introduced in Dragon Ball Super for Universe 6. He starts off as an assassin, as you and I like to talk about when it was actually going on, the Champa arc. He kept asking the same stupid question. Hey, are you sure I can't kill them? Hey, you sure I can't? It's like, dude, how many times do they have to tell you the rules of this tournament? But it reaffirmed his character. This is who he is. This is how he takes care of problems. But fighting Goku changed that. He started to fight Goku because he wanted to fight, not because he was supposed to assassinate him. Even when Goku paid to have him come and kill him, he didn't give it his all because he was the martial artist, as Vado said. He wasn't going at it like an assassin, which is strange because he was actually paid to do it. And then you get to the Tournament of Power, and he's no longer even thinking his job as an assassin. He's retired from that, and he is the protector of Universe 6. That's a legitimate character arc in a very short amount of time.
I had literally forgotten about all that because I remember, like, it's been so long. I remember legitimately that there was a legitimate thing about Hit where it's like, yo, like you said, all he does is ask, can he kill? Can he kill? And then it turns into, wait a minute, I actually kind of like this guy. I have respect for this guy in relation to Goku. So you're right. I agree.
Unless they reduce his Kaba, like, all they have to do in order to make Hit relevant again is they have to reduce his role back to where he was in the Champa arc, and he wants the cube for his own reasons, and that's a way of getting from transfers to universe. And that could be really important, but that to me would be a really big mistake for his character.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Anyways, thank you for joining me, man. As always, it's definitely a pleasure, and I love having these discussions. Guys, like I said, if you are not already subscribed to Mark for more insightful Dragon Ball content, make sure you do. The link will be down below in the description. Take this opportunity and enhance your YouTube sub box with Mark and his amazing content. Anyways, thank you for being here. We will catch all of you in the next one.